Dear all, in the contemporary scenario, we are battling with COVID 19, and the impact of it is disastrous in the entire world community. More and more people are dying every day, and the worst affected in India are the poor people, especially the migrant worker. Uh, the issue is the issue of migrant workers is so sensitive that every heart melts out after reading so many stories. So today I am discussing about Bengal famine, which occurred in 1943, and how Bhabani Bhattacharya has depicted it in his novels, and what is the relevance of uh, that scenario comparison with the current one. So the title is of this paper is Depiction of Bengal Famine in Bhavani Bhattacharya novel and its relevance in the contemporary scenario. There are many writers who writes on realistic issues like natural calamities and other thing in literature. Bhavani Bhattacharya is one such writer who has written about Bengal famine of 1943 in her two novels, So Many Hungers and He Who Rides a Tiger. These novels show how the poor people suffered during the time of famine or any other calamity. So many hunger lie equally in the enactment of the horror of hunger and famine, and the novelist's keen awareness of life of the rural area, while He Who Rides a Tiger is the story of individual victory of revenge against society and his leaning of the principle through varied experience that is the integrity, and it is the greatest achievement of man. Bhattacharya is undoubtedly unequal in the depiction of the poor and the deserted person, as uh, his portrayal is fruitful and poetic in concern of famine and uh, hunger. Reading these two novels, one can relate the situation during Bengal famine with the current corona crisis, which has swept the world and killing people globally. In India, the worst, as I have already discussed, that the worst affected are the migrant worker who are working away from their native places, and since the lockdown started, they wanted to come back to their native places, but since the lockdown was unprepared, they did not get any conveyance facility or anything to go back. So these two novelists, these two novels portray the consequence, the various uh, consequences and the result of Bengal famine in 1943, which has a great impact of people in India. These two novels, the teeming of millions of the country, are shown as the victim of periodic outbursts of hunger and famine. Characters in these two novels are shown leaving their village in search for food and employment. This can be compared with the current situation of plight of migrant worker, which has arisen because of lockdown imposed as resilience against COVID-19 impact. The only difference is that during Bengal, people were leaving their native village in search for food and employment, but during the corona crisis, migrant workers are returning back to their own native places, so they don't starve in the places they work. The effect of any natural calamity or pandemic is disastrous on poor people. As we heard and read about the situation during Bengal famine, and we see the current situation of corona pandemic. Poor people always suffer when such thing happen. They are deprived of food and other necessities. But this is not the case with the middle class and rich people, as they always manage to get through the situation by their saving and reserve supplies. Poor people, as we see, always become the victim because they are daily wages, resulting in more death due to hunger and other crises. The current situation also tells the same story, where poor, especially migrant workers, are suffering badly due to lockdown imposed abruptly without any preparation. In her first novel, So Many Hunger, though he deals with the theme of hunger resulting due to Bengal famine, but it also has the Indian freedom struggle in the background. The socio-political events of the country immediately preceding independence, for example, the Quit India movement of 1942, must have inspired Bhattacharya to write the novel. on such theme. So it deals with the theme of hunger, poverty, and danger by Bengal famine, as well as Indian freedom struggle. There are two stories running parallel in the novel: the story of Rahul, the protagonist, and his family, as well as the sad tale of Kajol, the peasant girl and her family. The novelist dealt with famine, which took a toll of more than 2 million people in India. It is believed that by many historians and scholars, including Shashi Tharoor, that the tragedy was basically the failure of British government, as they purposely did it. They didn't help the Indian people because they didn't consider them their own people. When such calamities occurs, then we see two sides of humanity. One is the compassionate side, and other is the professional side. Means one side is nuclear, and the other in is in its worst form. This we have seen in many other calamities also. The desperate fight of man's against hunger produced the type of images: man as his noblest and man as his worst. So the novel portrays the forces of war and famine, and how people are suffering due to the deeds of other people who take advantage of such situation. The Bhabani Bhattacharya heroic account of famine in Bengal and the joy of the profiteer and the black marketer are very thoughtfully and beautifully projected. Here's the life of Rahul symbolizes the struggle for freedom and the pathetic story of Kajoli represents the suffering of millions of men and women who lost their life on account of the man-made famine and the callous apathy of the alien government. Then if we see He Who Rides a Tiger, which is a story of Kalu's victory of revenge against society and his leaning of the principle through varied experiences that the integrity is the greatest achievement of man. It is only when the liberties himself from the fetter which bind him and his friend beaten tell him admiringly, your story will be a legend of story. In this novel, we see that Kalu, who is living in his native village, was forced to leave his village in search for food. He left his daughter in the care of an old aunt, but due to the situation, so she was sold to a brothel. And here, when Kalu comes to know about this, he wanted to take revenge against the society. So these two novels both represent hunger and the suffering of people during natural calamities like famine. And if we see the current situation in India, it is an extremely a case of suffering, pains, as well as humiliation, that the government has airlifted the rich people NRIs from different countries of the world, but they didn't care about the poor people who are walking more than 1,000 kilometers. People are being dead. A lady who was pregnant, she gave birth to a child, then again she started walking. Then there are endless stories of people dying on their pathway to home. A young girl a young girl of 13-year-old cycling her father to her home. These are images which will haunt us forever. I hope the government should realize their responsibility and work for these poor and destitute, because every citizen is the responsibility of the government. Every citizen, whether poor or rich, belonging to any religion, caste, creed, and an ethnic group, is equal citizen of India and is the responsibility of the government to look after them. Thank you so much.